guys, I'm Sully Jessica Wu, and I am at Chef Steph's studio in Seattle, Washington. Let's make some lunch. Today, I am making lunch with my friend, Yakitori guy. We finally got to meet this last year. He had a pop-up dinner in LA. And he made a yakitori dinner with chicken, vegetables, all the works. And he's so good at what he does, and I wanted him to teach me today. So
and make it into a bento.
Yeah, and we're gonna make it into a bento for us. So
we have to make bentos.
Right?
We're gonna do it together. Yep. So yeah, today we're gonna break down a chicken, also skewer some vegetables here, skewer some chicken, yakitori style, and try to fit that inside your bento box.
Yeah.
And let's make lunch. Let's make lunch for.
Let's make some lunch.
Let's make some lunch. Is that what we have to say?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Let's make some lunch. Before we cut the chicken, let's go ahead and do some veggie skewers.
We have some carrots, potatoes.
That I boiled right here. Some little cute tomatoes right here.
Those are so cute.
Yeah, so.
Zucchini, broccoli, green onions.
Got you a small little knife.
Thank you.
Basically, let's try to do maybe like
inch?
2, yeah, about an inch, like 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, maybe like this.
Okay.
But then, like we'll go for something like that.
Perfect. The produce is so pretty here because we're in Seattle.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing yakitori?
It's about 5.5 years now. 2018, New Year's resolution of mine with my friends.
Okay.
I told them, hey guys, I wanna learn something. I wanna get good at one thing of cooking, and then I was trying to figure out what it was. And yakitori just happens to be one of my favorite foods. A lot of people make ramen. A lot of people make sushi, Japanese food-wise, but
right.
Not that many people specialize in yakitori, at least here in the United States.
Yeah, you're the only one I know personally.
So I wanted to just get really good at it, and after that New Year's resolution, maybe about a week after, I just started like researching on YouTube. Got little carrots.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
Yeah. I know your bentos are always about like a lot of colors, vibrant colors, and like sort of cute shapes and sizes. So that's why I got all
these are perfect. So who did you learn from?
So I'm self-taught.
Nice.
Yakitori, just kind of figured it out on my own, but then there became a point where like I wanted to learn more. So that's when so in the beginning I was just like cooking on the weekends for friends.
Yeah.
I was doing like a secret izakaya out of my apartment in San Francisco while like doing it Monday to Friday working in tech. But there came a point where I wanted to learn more, and I was having so much fun with yakitori. I basically quit my job and went to Japan, where I got to. I worked at 2 different shops, and one of them, like basically, I slept there. Like I lived in the shop, like futon on the floor. This was in Fukushima, and like another shop in Tokyo. And I would go back every half a year to just like learn new things. And,
amazing.
Yeah. Let's have fun with some of the colors. We always start with sort of the smaller, like thinner ones first, but I wanted to make, like, build up some colors here. So maybe we'll do 3. I'll keep like the bigger ones on top.
Okay. Oops.
I'll kind of build it for you.
Okay. Yeah, show me.
We can start with that one. So we're gonna just skewer it through the center. And always when we do yakitori, we skewer on the cutting board.
Oh.
The reason why is we have so much more control. We boiled these. If you don't boil these, they might crack. The carrots might crack. Another tip, you can kind of like
screw it in.
Screw it in. Yeah,
okay.
That helps it. Do you grill? Do you do a lot of grilling at all?
I don't. That's one thing I haven't been doing a lot. I have a fire pit at home.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to make that into a whole grill, like open fire cooking. But I haven't been able to find like a grill cover big enough.
So next, we're gonna do some broccoli right here. So be very careful.
Okay.
Try to find like kind of the thick areas. So yakitori has a lot of different like styles, but it's really about like, you can make it pretty by like, having these alternate sort of shapes.
So what do you want to do with yakitori?
Yeah, so my whole mission since day one, it's really about spreading yakitori culture. I think a lot of people don't know about it. Maybe some people have heard of the word yakitori. Maybe some people have had something called yakitori at some restaurant before, but usually it's like just they're taking just chicken breast or chicken thighs, cutting it in cubes,
Right.
putting on some teriyaki
Like
sauce.
a shish kebab.
Yeah, and just calling that yakitori. But then the whole like the real art of yakitori that I discovered was it's like, you know, like my teacher in Japan, he's been doing it for like 50 years. It's this whole art of like taking apart the whole chicken
Right.
and using every part of the chicken. And that's something that like I don't think people know. So through content, I'm spreading the awareness about yakitori, but also I do the events so that people could eat it. And then once they eat it, they understand like, oh wow, like this is like the best chicken I had,
Yeah.
the best grilled chicken.
For sure. It definitely was.
Yeah, so
It was really
trying to
yummy.
make sure more people, you know about it. All right, so we got broccolis done. Let's do some cute tomatoes right here.
Yeah.
They might crack because they're so tiny, but I think they're juicy enough that it's gonna be okay.
Okay. Look at these
Alright.
babies.
Yeah. So another trick is sort of kind of skewer from the
butthole.
stem. Yeah, the butthole. Tomato. The tomato butthole. Yeah, these are so cute.
Yeah, super cute.
Oh my gosh.
Have you done any other meat? Or just chicken?
Yeah. I mean, the reason why we're doing all these vegetables too is it's just to showcase that basically anything cooked on this yakitori grill, done in this this is kushiyaki. Kushiyaki is like the whole genre. Kushi means skewer and yaki means grilled, and so kushiyaki is this whole genre of basically grilling on skewers. And now the same philosophy of yakitori is like everything is cut in size so that it's gonna stay balanced, it's gonna cook evenly, and it's like all bite-sized so you can eat it.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of Western cooking, we're thinking about like grilling like large pieces
Right.
of vegetable or something, but it's all bite-sized and actually
Yeah.
cooks quicker. And then when it cooks quicker, it doesn't dry out.
Right.
So, so even like, and then everything is like all on skewers, so it's handheld, so you can eat it. But so anything from pork, beef, and I serve those too, like
Okay.
as a kind of a break in between, like in between the chicken, we'll have like a seafood break or like a vegetable break. So yeah, pork, beef, seafood like shrimp, scallops. Fish is a little bit tricky. But
Yeah.
the fish, there are some places that do grill fish, but it doesn't hold up on a skewer that easily. Now, yakitori means grilled chicken. Yaki means grilled, tori means chicken. There is another genre called yakitong.
Yakitong.
Tong. And you might have heard of the word like
Yakitong.
tonkotsu.
Yeah.
Tonkotsu.
So fried.
Tonkotsu is actually for the ramen, like tonkotsu ramen, so pork
Yeah.
pork broth
Oh,
ramen.
pork.
But the same word tong is used for tonkatsu, which
Yeah.
means pork cutlet. So yakitong is like a restaurant that serves all like pork parts.
Oh,
Everything
okay.
from like pork cheek, neck, pork belly, like pork leg, like all of that. And then they even had like pork sashimi there, which I know it's a little bit too wild, but
What's your favorite part of the chicken to eat?
favorite part of the chicken. So the proper yakitori like chef answer, it should be like all of it, right?
Yeah.
Because the skill set of a yakitori chef is like take every part of the chicken and make it good. Now,
Yeah.
I'm less of a fan of the chicken breast, but I can still make chicken breast like juicy by like leaving the skin on. There's like sort of tricks. Yeah. How about you?
I guess it just depends
Yeah.
on how it is.
How we
I liked
make it.
every part of the chicken that you cooked. so.
Yeah. So
It was so good.
We're gonna do every part, and with yakitori, like it's really the art. And I'm gonna try my best to impress you guys, but it's really about the art of like cooking it so it's golden, like no burn marks.
Yeah.
So like burn marks are like a little bit's okay, but like you don't want any charring. You just want it like kind of like sort of that golden brown color. And so to do that, we have to make sure like the charcoal, the fire is like the temperature is like kind of right. You don't want like flames coming out. So there's like a lot of art.
I'm gonna try to make some shapes out of these.
Oh, cute. This is like the prototype. We're gonna do like a yakitori bento.
Yeah.
Line out the door.
Let us know if you want that.
Yeah. So I did I did a pop-up in LA. I mean, you went to my course pop-up, but I did like a street style pop-up.
Oh,
where
cool,
it's like
yeah. I
not
think
like
I
a
saw
full
it.
course, just like $20 for skewers. And
Nice.
like 30 minutes before lineup, there's like 50 people waiting in line.
That's
and when I
awesome.
opened, it was like maybe like 100 plus. And
Wow.
we sold out like 600 skewers in like an
Wow.
hour and a half or so.
Amazing.
That was my first time. And I was
Yeah.
just like so happy, like
Yeah.
so surprised because, you know, like people line up for like fried chicken sandwiches or pizza or tacos, like you see these big lines in some of these like food pop-ups. So
Yeah.
like, I think that like yakitori, my whole mission is like trying to create hype around yakitori.
Right.
And there was hype like
Yeah.
in LA for the yakitori.
I mean, it's
so.
good.
Oh yeah, you got.
I'm gonna do some.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is like, I've never even like imagined like. Yeah, this is definitely like it would only happen because of like this collaboration style.
Yeah. See, look at that.
Oh my-
Have you seen that yakitori
No.
before? Never before.
Never
seen.
before.
Cute. Yes. Hell yeah.
Yo.
Look at that.
Have you been to Japan?
I haven't. I've only been to the airport. I want to go when you're there.
Okay,
So
yeah,
you can show me around.
I'll show you around. I'll show you around. Yeah, these are like what like my helpers, assistant type of people. Like, it's like to assess their how good they'll be in yakitori.
Yeah.
Is if they can cut the onions
Perfectly.
in the same, pretty much the same like length.
Oh, okay.
So it could be a little bit like off, but like within like just get it like within like half a centimeter. Have you ever broke down a chicken
Oh.
before?
I have, but not the way you do it.
Okay. Hopefully you'll remember this, or you can rewatch this video and you'll get it.
Yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah.
Air dried for 24 hours, so it's not so wet and
And if
slimy.
it's not air dried, you can wipe it down with paper towel. So it's still a little bit wet. So
Do you need a special knife?
you can use any chef knife at home, but yes, there is a specialized knife for breaking down chickens, and it's called a honeski. And basically, honeski. Hone means bone, and ski, it should be, I believe it's the word like in between. So basically, it goes in between bones, and the characteristics, what makes a honeski special is this like triangular tip. I can carve around, like, get really like into the
In there.
crevices. Yeah. So this is
Awesome.
there's like a prototype knife I'm working on.
Oh, nice.
Yaki gang.
You gonna give me
Yaki
one?
gang. Yeah. So you can cut a lot of chickens. So first step, we're gonna cut the chicken tail. This have you had chicken tail before?
I usually use it for just fat, just
Okay.
rendering fat.
So then also, I made sure to remove some of the fats, but right here. Oh, another cheat kind of thing is you can kind of see like where all these fat lines are.
Yeah.
Wherever there's no muscle, there's gonna be sort of fat developing, right? Kind of like my belly, got a lot of fat. So those are the areas where basically there's like cheat lines. It's like, oh, I can cut here, so it kind
Yeah.
of tells me where to cut.
Okay.
And so letting the knife do the work, you know, like I'm not really like going hard, just kind of letting it. So I'm pulling this up for like example, but like everything should sort of kind of like fall apart almost. And then, ready?
Yes.
Just pop it out of the socket.
Nice.
And then-
Perfect.
oh, by the way, these are the chicken oysters. If you never know where the chicken oysters, it's part of the thigh, but it's up here. The chicken love handles, all right? It's like
Nice.
super soft, super.
Tender.
Yep. So I go there, and then I'm basically, I have to carve out the oysters right here. Carve it. Then I should be able to like pull it out.
The oysters. Ooh. Okay.
Right here, that oyster. So that's one thigh. Let's do this side. Same thing. Here. So the oysters are here. So I'm using the tip of the knife to kind of carve it. Then I should be able to pull it out and keep. That's the oyster right here.
Nice.
There. Right here. Butt skin.
Butt skin. Booty cheeks.
Right here. Butt skin. This is belly skin. Belly meat. Belly skin, belly meat. Now we have the breast skin. We're basically like just taking off the chicken's sweater.
What was the hardest part about learning yakitori? yakitori?
This was kind of easy for me to first get, but I'm still learning how to get cleaner and cleaner. But grilling is definitely the hardest part. But also even skewering. I think people underestimate like the skewering part.
Right.
Because if you don't skewer it right,
They're not gonna cook even.
yeah, so what I'm doing is basically, oh, remember the tip of the knife? Basically, like, I use that to kind of like carve around.
Okay.
Then the breast
nice.
comes right off.
Smooth.
Same thing here. Yeah, kind of just let the knife do the work. And then
Yeah.
there's like tendons holding it, so I'm not cutting through bones, just kind of going around all the tendons right here, going down. And then just come off.
Sweet.
Okay.
Jeremy's gonna go home, learn how to do a whole chicken.
Yeah. So now,
Yeah. See?
Okay. So
Free
these
cooking
are the
lessons.
chicken tenders. So we pull it out like this.
Ooh.
And then the whole key is to leave that memory on there so you don't have to remove it later.
Okay.
This is where I have my paper towel, more grip. Here.
Nice.
So
Ooh,
chicken.
those are some nice tenders.
Yeah, nice tendies. Okay. Whoa. So this is the chest cartilage.
Okay.
Another good part. There's a little bit of this like, sort of, yeah, a little bit of sort of like any meat I can grab. I'm just gonna grab. So this sort of like butt area meat, neck skin. Lots of, put it next to the butt skin. Right here, shoulder blade. There.
Dude, you make this look so easy.
And then we still got a little bit of meat left on the neck. Right here, this neck meat.
Mohawk it.
Mohawk it. Kind of a little bit of indentation, and then we're just gonna go side to side, side to side, side, side. And we got the neck. So right here, this is got shoulders, tenders, all the skin.
Right now, but I'm definitely not on this.
Right here.
Perfect. Amazing.
Bam.
Boom.
Bam. So with yakitori, we want to make sure like every bite is easy to eat. So anything that's not going to be easy to eat, like these tendons, we're removing it. This. So this part's all hard, so we don't want it. You know, I want to make sure like the guest who's eating it, they have a nice soft chicken tender. So it's got to remove.
Usually use a fork and a bounty paper towel.
Right? Just yank it out.
It's not as clean as that though.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, this piece, we're gonna kind of curve it like a strip, and then this one kind of pinch it to make it into like a dome, and then kind of like shooting pool, like just we want to go in the center. Woo! Yakitori!
Chicken tendy.
Chicken tendies. You've seen probably these chicken thighs before, and you kind of consider it's all the same. You know, it's just thigh, but I want to show you that it has so many different components right here. Even on one chicken thigh, right here, these are the oysters. So you see it's like a round muscle.
Yeah.
Right here we have a strip. This is called the inner thigh. So that's a really tender part on its own. Oyster is another tender part. We're gonna separate that. Leave the skin on. And right here, I left the knee cartilage on there, and you can see this fat running. I call this sort of like the total, like the fatty thigh.
Nice.
So let's separate that. So all of these are kind of separate cuts of the thigh. And I call this just default thigh. Let's do this. And then we're gonna put some green onions, get those whites. Make it kind of like wider, I guess. Like, don't like pinch it too tight, then it won't like spill out.
Okay.
But when we grill it, it's gonna sort of like shrivel up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it easier to grill, easier to eat by opening it up.
Nice.
Then
This
I'll
way?
show you how to skewer it. So we kind of go through the skin, right? Kind of skin, meat. So we're skewering in between the skin and the bone. So
Okay.
you don't want any skewer coming out of the top. Just kind of skewer, all sort of in the middle. This, yep, you got it. And then the top it pushes out. And you know, every part of the chicken you can use. So even like
Yeah.
this wingtip skin, we can use it as a skin skewer.
No waste.
No waste,
No
yeah.
waste
Even
cooking.
the bones
Yeah.
are part of the soup. There are certain like kind of rules with yakitori, or like techniques with yakitori that you kind of learn over time.
Yeah.
But at the end, I kind of realized like I should just let people kind of like
Do it on their own
do their own.
and
You know, that's
learn.
kind of like fun too.
Right. Here's all of our chicken skewers from a whole chicken
And some bones,
and some bones that we're gonna use later for soup.
tenders, thighs, oysters, legs, breasts, cartilage, wings, more drumstick wings, skins, a bunch of breasts. So from one whole chicken, basically you can feed like 2 people.
One for me.
Yeah, one for you, one for you. All right, let's get to grilling.
Let's get grilling. So this is the yakitori setup. This is oil, salt,
Mm-hmm.
sake, chicken fat.
Mm-hmm.
What do we call this?
You can open it up. And that's my special yakitori tare.
Tare. It's a special
Yeah.
sauce that he puts on all the yakitoris.
So I'm just gonna season these rods with some oil so the skewers don't stick. And the reason why I'm grilling on these rods is so that the skewers kind of cook like floating in the air.
Yeah.
And that makes the chicken much more like juicier, like it's just softer. Versus if you cook on the grate, basically the weight of the chicken sort of pushes out a lot of the juices. So, salt. Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of salt. Sake spray. Okay. Let's do this. Salt.
So cooking time wise, you just kind of look at it,
Yeah.
kind of tell that way.
Yep, yep.
One more.
Shishito. We got all the veggies then, minus the tomatoes.
Yeah.
Get some salt on the broccoli, on these guys. More salt. And then I like to sort of sprinkle on some chicken fat. So then it starts, all that smoke, that's basically as the chicken fats drip. Okay. And then gotta start fanning.
Okay.
That's gonna get the charcoal real hot. And then the other thing too, like this, all this smoke that's going away, it's like get that smoke back onto it.
The
And
smoky flavor.
also the smoke, it's being absorbed by this too as we do this. But if we want to get it even hotter, we just go fan it real a lot, and it just gets, you can feel the heat, just gets like hotter.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
fan girl.
So have you had this grill for 5 years?
Oh no, this is actually the Chef Steps grill,
Oh.
but the grills that I've been using. So when I first started, I was cooking on electric grills,
Okay.
like an indoor electric grill. But then whenever I worked in Japan, it was basically using these charcoal grills. So I've been wanting to do charcoal, but you need like an outdoor space. You need like a
Right.
backyard or something to do it. But now that like I have space to do it, and even at the events too, like I've been able to like focus on getting better at this. And that's why I said like it's like a learning process.
Yeah.
You never get like good at it because it takes years and years and years to master. And if it starts rotating, you can also just kind of like rest it on there too. All right, we'll throw some tomatoes, huh? Oh yeah,
Hell yeah.
crispy potatoes.
Yummy.
We're all going crazy.
I want to do this one.
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
All right, we dip. Woo-hoo-hoo. And make sure we don't want to waste it, so keep on going, and then back onto the grill.
Yum. When I dip, you dip, I dip.
Yeah. Dip, dip, dip. Yeah.
So yummy. So tell us about the sauce.
Yeah, so this
Just
is
a rundown.
yakitori tare. Yakitori tare is basically like sugar, soy sauce, sake, mirin. So the basic ingredients of like teriyaki sauce that most people know how to make. But what makes yakitori tare special is every time we're dipping the skewers into it, all the smoky chicken fats sort of mix into this tare pot. This is my little travel size, but I have a bigger pot at home. And over the years, as you're dipping hundreds and thousands of skewers into this, basically it collects the flavors of the smoky chicken yakitori. And so you never let it go out, you just add more new sauce to it. And so yakitori shops, they basically pride on how old their tare is. So,
Right.
So there's shops that have like a 50-year-old tare. I've been to a place that has a 100-year-old tare, 5 generations passed down.
That's crazy.
And then mine's a little baby, 5.5 years
Year-old baby.
Yeah, mine little baby.
Congratulations. Do you ever dip into this for any other thing, or do you strictly keep it for yakitori?
Just for the chicken, yeah. So if I'm doing like seafood or something and I need this, I might put it in another container and brush it on. But I never want to contaminate it with like non-chicken flavors.
Gotcha.
Hey, we want some snacks. Hey, tteokbokki, tteokbokki. Potatoes cut into, what are these? Like flour?
They're flower shaped.
Flower shape. So we're
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
gonna see how that works for grilling yakitori later on.
This is potatoes. Yummy. So what is this? Wasabi.
This is wasabi, ume. I got some yuzu kosho here.
Ooh,
So let me
show
put
me
that.
these. Let's show these.
That's what should I
like
put? I'll put that on this.
So yuzu,
Yuzu, spicy fermented yuzu sauce.
and this is spicy plum. What is this?
Just pickle plum.
Pickle plum.
Yeah.
Pickle plum and wasabi.
Yakitori bento time.
Bento time.
Yakitori bento box.
Yay! I think this is good here.
Yeah, and you have all the carrots, so much different colors.
Here you go. Here is our yakitori bento.
Yeah.
Let's have some lunch. You ready?
Yes.
I'm ready. I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, that's the oyster, inner thigh, and tail. The lime guard. So when you grill vegetables on minchotan, it stays pretty juicy. And I gotta try one of the potatoes. Oh, it's like French fry eat.
Are there?
Fluffy French fry eat.
Thank you so much for teaching me how to yakitori. Yakitori Guy, you can find him at Yakitori Guy anywhere on the internet, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
I'm all about sharing yakitori to the world, so make sure to follow some of my short videos, but also my long videos where I show exactly how to do everything we did here. So.
Yeah, so you can make yakitori at home. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in next time for another episode of Let's Make Some Lunch.
Let's make some lunch!
Yay!